So essentially, like, the whole world is shutting down. It's 24th of March and it is 11:45. It's 2020. So coronavirus epidemic. We are in, I don't even think the middle of it, which is the weirdest thing about it. We are literally in probably the start. So the UK government announced yesterday that we're going into lockdown, which, I mean, they didn't say lockdown, which he essentially said that, you know, we're only allowed to leave the house once a day for exercise, if you're going to work, to the shops, as in, so you can only go, like, if you're going to go grocery shopping, etc. Oh, just seen one of my neighbours. Or if you are a key worker. So key workers are like people working in healthcare, social care, stuff like that. So my dad's currently, his store's been shut for, well, since yesterday. I think they kind of got a prelude about what was going to happen. So a lot of the stores shutting yesterday, like McDonald's is shut, Nando's is shut, all like those big places are shut. So you can't go, like, it's weird because where I live, which, you know, I'll give you a video, I'll switch to that now. As you can see, it's literally just residential, and like, so for me, it doesn't feel that weird. Like, I think I definitely, because there's a main road on the other side of the house, I've definitely noticed less cars, and it just seemed a bit quieter, but there's kind of an air of no one really knows what's happening. Like, a lot of people are staying at home. We're very blessed. A lot of countries that are going into lockdown, like Italy, Spain, Germany, I think maybe Iran are in lockdown. I know New Zealand just went into lockdown, parts of America are going to lockdown. Essentially the whole world is locking down. The whole world is kind of fucked. So essentially, like, the whole world is shutting down. It's not just the UK. And I'll probably talk about different bits and different days because I don't want to, like, exhaust it all. Right now, I think everyone's kind of just, like, trying to know where we can and can't go. I've been self-isolating now since last week. So I was previously in France, which actually I think is going to be a cool story to tell in the future. Slightly socially responsible of me, but I'm 21. Went to France 2 weeks ago, which is accelerating at a way quicker rate than us. When we went, it was about the same as the UK case-wise, maybe I think a couple of hundred ahead, and it just over the couple of days, like, they were getting thousands of cases a day. So we ended up leaving on the Monday, so last Monday, so just over a week ago. Had to get an emergency flight out, the hotel shut, everything shut, Disneyland shut. So I went for one day, we'll have to go back at some point later soon. The world just, like, in France, everything just shut down. Whereas here, I think it's been a bit more gradual. So obviously I came back to London, was in London from Tuesday till, well, Monday night, really only till Wednesday evening. And obviously my uni has now been moved completely online to context my final year of uni. My last week of lectures is meant to be this week, and obviously it's not really the way I thought it would be, but first day of lockdown, we'll see how it goes. I'm, you know, grateful that not a lot has changed around here. Like, I live quite rural, but in London it was literally a ghost town. Like, I'll probably insert a photo here. It was shocking. But to see my home and the flat, especially the way it was, like, it's just weird to see that area. And I feel kind of like I've abandoned London, but London's about 3-4 weeks ahead than the rest of the UK, and you can really tell, you can really feel it in London that it's on lockdown. But then you still see pictures of people on the tube and stuff like that. Like, it's really hard, it's going to be really hard to contain it just because our society's not used to it. Like, somewhere in China they were able to impose government restrictions so easily and readily, and I think that's why it's taken so long. It's just kind of like London's completely on lockdown, my uni's obviously on lockdown, I'm doing online lectures, still got my deadlines, dissertation, everything due at the same time. Like, 3 weeks in the grand scheme of things isn't that long. You know, 3 weeks to recenter, focus, you know, maybe it will be good for everyone. It'd be probably great for the natural environment. I can't lie though, your girl's beat looks cute today. Oh, nail check as well, you know. I have no clue how I'm going to be able to get these off at all. People are dying and Sandy's worried about Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. And that, my friends, is the biggest problem of our generation. Oh, she not cute. Just had my last uni lecture, which was so weird. I'll include a clip. It's weird that 3 years of uni just ended like this, and I think a lot of people feel that way, especially final year students. None of that last lecture at uni, none of that walking last time on campus, but we are going to hopefully do something end of May when all this calms down and we're allowed back on campus. So hopefully not fully the end, but definitely does feel a bit like the end. Mum, anything to say to the vlog?
Hello everyone.
How are you feeling about quarantine lockdown?
Oh, it's depressing. It's really, really depressing.
So Mum's work is work from home from tomorrow, right?
Should have been from today, but I was naughty. I went in today, but from tomorrow.
This is
working
not
from
how
home.
to social distance. Now
Yeah.
she's social distancing, so you're starting your self-isolation from tomorrow then.
Yes, I am.
So she's day 1, I'm day 7, and this is where we're walking. Day 3. So this is not a great background. Update. I got an email from yesterday from uni saying that graduation was going to be cancelled, which I cried about for a good couple of hours just because like it's meant so much to me, and I like probably can't get the emotion now, but like obviously we've worked so hard for like 3 years at uni, and for me it's been like beyond uni. And then it was kind of told that it was going to be cancelled with no plans. So I've been putting pressure on the uni along with like my other colleagues. So hopefully that something should come of that. I think possibly an email just come through saying that they're going to postpone it rather than cancel it, which is great because that's what we deserve. Actually still recovering from knee surgery, which means I still have physio. So my physio's online, so I'm having to do it like through a phone. So it's really interesting because obviously with my leg, like I need to be up and out and about. So it's been a bit difficult. I'm feeling very stiff. Like I'm getting like, feel old, like nooks and crannies, like I don't even know what. I'm probably gonna be able to hear the road. Going out for daily walks. I've got so many uni deadlines. Uni is not relenting. They have been quite generous in giving us extensions and stuff. I kind of understand, like obviously it's our last year, so got deadlines for Monday, so I'm basically working from that. But also waking up late. I think like the routine, like as much as I'm trying to keep it, I kind of can't at the same time. Not that I had a great routine to begin with as a uni student, but I'm finding it even more difficult to do. So we'll see how that kind of evolves. Most amazing thing as well, we've had, so the government called for 250,000 volunteers, NHS volunteers, so people to help drive people to appointments, pick up prescriptions, or just call people who will be lonely, and like there's a huge mental health thing that I'll probably talk about in a couple of days going on with the pandemic. So a huge cool thing is that I think it was 500,000 so far already signed up. Yeah, I think there's like small hopes of humanity happening everywhere, which is kind of exciting. In some ways, I think this made a lot of people reflect, and it'd be really interesting to see how we switch back to our old lives once this has happened, because I think the way we interact should, I don't know if it will change, but I think it should change. And I think those small bits of humanity, I think, you know, sometimes when you lose faith, it's kind of nice to see that, especially in the world we're currently living in. Day 5 of lockdown. A girl is looking cute. Your girl is looking cute. So I was like watching all this back and like editing it. A lot of this is just very, very sad. Like obviously the situation we're in is shit. But I was like, a lot of this is just me talking and rambling and talking about coronavirus, and I don't want to keep doing just talking about it. Obviously I'm gonna like update on everything that's happening. Hardest thing I think for a lot of us, I don't know, especially I guess my generation, is like I'm so used to being out and about. Like I live in the city, I'm at uni, I'm constantly doing things, and being at home, as much as I enjoy it because I love my alone time, my alone space, it's hard to keep my mental health, you know, in check. So I'm like actually gonna keep like the end bit of all these videos, and obviously it's the last day I guess, so the weekend, and to talk about what I'm doing to kind of keep my mental health up. I feel like what it was is that the last couple of days, and maybe it's just reflective, but it kind of did drain me, like understanding what was going on. Like I was checking the news all the time, far more anxious than I guess I am now, because I think now I'm kind of settling into it, but now it's like, okay, let's keep mentally stimulated, you know? So I've kind of been keeping a routine. So firstly, like what I'm doing is getting up, getting dressed in the mornings. I want to say I've been getting up at like a great time. I haven't. It's been like 10, 11. I will set my alarm for 8, 9, and I just sleep through, and I think that's because I know I have nowhere to be. But I am like trying to keep up with just putting some makeup on. It sounds a bit shit because I am just going to be in the house and who's going to see me, blah, blah. Well, firstly, I don't put makeup on for anyone else but myself. Secondly, it's just kind of to make me feel better. Like I don't look in the mirror and go, oh my God, you look awful. So today I curled my hair as well. Not like that great, but you know. I mean, my hair is definitely greasy. Like I only washed it 2 days ago, but like I was like, oh, should I put dry shampoo? But you know, stuff like that I don't really care about because again, who's gonna see me? I actually ended up filming my makeup routine for quarantine, which is about, I think it takes me 5 minutes. It probably takes about 7 minutes. And it seems like a lot of products, but it's not. I don't know if it's a lot of products. Compared to my daily routine, it's not a lot of products. So that'll be an IGTV, I'll probably leave a link below. The last couple of like, I guess me chatting has been very serious. And I think that's, obviously it's a serious thing, But also it's not really, no, I can be a very serious person, but I also can be a very unserious candidate, and I don't think that's really effective. And I'm actually not feeling that bad, so I feel like, you know, need to up the vibes. I see highlight and I'm like, oh, glow, bitch, glow. 1:37, and I will check back in with you when I either take a break to go for my walk or whatever, but I'm gonna do a couple of hours of just trying to write this essay, not even because I just want to, I have to. I have this due Mondays. I want to know if anyone else is watching Drag Race. Drag Race is like my favourite show, and I have so many thoughts and feelings about, I mean, I'm watching Willow right now in the latest ep that just came out today. I have so many thoughts and feelings about the season, and I just, if anyone relates, then please let me know. Me again. If you're listening to the news, that's great, stay informed, but too much news is bad news sometimes, and it can make your anxiety go crazy. So one of the things I do, which I just showed, is I always make a cup of peppermint tea in the evening. Honestly, it's just great for anxiety in general. If you suffer with it, I highly recommend peppermint. I also suffer with IBS as well, so it's just something that helps like calm my stomach. It's probably a bit, is that too TMI? I don't think it's too TMI. That's the other thing. I'm also trying to limit how much I'm going on social media because it's just getting a lot, and I can't deal with that. I'm not someone who deals well anyway with like a lot of like messages and all that, but I'm not being able to deal with just seeing everyone talking about it all the time, so best to avoid that too. My next top tip is to call a friend. I'm not here to be having unnecessary conversations or just like blah 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 blah. Like, no, I'm never like that. I don't want them now, even though we're in quarantine. Some of you may want to just have conversations. So on Tuesday we did like a group house party with all my girl mates. We did like girls night out. Great, once a week, once a day, just checking with one of your friends. They may be lonely, and just having that, going through what you've done in the day, that routine is going to be really helpful. So me and my best guy mate, we check in once a day in about the evening. Sometimes we'll do work together. Sometimes just having someone to sit there, even if you're in silence, like doing nothing. Other times we just chat rubbish. Just like letting each other know what we've been up to, how we're feeling, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. I think it's gonna keep us going for the long haul. And my fourth, I guess, final tip for this week would be sleep. You should be getting as much sleep as possible. Very rarely do we have the opportunity to catch up on sleep like we are doing. So my biggest advice, get sleep. Don't feel guilty for sleep either. Don't oversleep. If you oversleep, you're going to feel groggy and stuff in the morning. 8 hours, you're good. Side note, this is an anxiety blanket, and I honestly love it. Well, it's a weighted blanket meant for anxiety, and it's kind of like, it's very just heavy. The weight takes a lot to get used to like at first. I wouldn't say it's a necessity, but if you have like the funds that allow it, definitely look into getting one of these. It has changed how I sleep. It's just going to take getting used to. I think next week I have like more ideas of what I want to do and put in there, so hopefully that'll be a bit more fun as you can be in a lockdown. Am I going to say like, comment, subscribe? If you wanna, I'm not going to be upset.